Is my screen visible to all? Okay. Good morning, students. I'm Vaishnavi Saban, and my roll number is 90. My subject is English. Now I'm going to tell you to read the sentences. You have to read that sentence. Yes. Yes, Insha, read the first sentence.
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Yes.
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Okay. Yes. Second, Anisha, read the second sentence.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Yes. And third one is who will read it? Yes, Dwam, read it.
Fell fast, fast, full of fine feathery fun.
Yes. So can you tell me what type of sentence is this? These three sentences? Yes, right. It is tongue twisters. And the tongue twisters come in which grammar topic? Yes. Yes, students. Yes, Nidhi, can you tell me the tongue twisters comes in which grammar topic? Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tongue twisters comes in which part of grammar? See, it is in the first part, you can see that SSS is repeated everywhere. In the second part also, it is P is repeated in the second sentence. And the third is F is repeated. So it is comes in alliteration. So the alliteration form comes in figures of speech. So today we are going to learn more about figures of speech. Yes. So now the definition of figures of speech. Atifa, read the definition of figures of speech. Yes, who is reading definition?
I'll read.
Yes.
A figure of speech is a deviation from the ordinary use of word in order to increase the effectiveness. Basically, it is a figurative language that may consist of a single word or phrase.
Yes. So, what is a figures of speech? Figures of speech is a figurative language which the reader have created to create some imagination for. Yes, so that comes in figures of speech, and it always consists of single word or phrase. So whenever there is a prose or poem, we find something different sentence in the part. So that comes in figures of speech. So now, what is the importance of figures of speech? Now, first, it enhances the beauty of the writing. It makes the sentence deeper and leaves the reader with a sense of wonder. Second, the figure of speech not only shows the writer intent but also his purpose of using such language. Third, it adds flavors to the writing and makes it enjoyable for the reader. Now you can see whenever the figures of speech is there in the prose or poem part, the beauty of the part is getting very attracted to the readers whenever they are reading such content. So the figures of speech makes enjoyable and they feel happy by reading the content part. Now coming to the first part of figures of speech, that is simile. Yes, Adwam reads simile.
A simile is a figure of speech where direct comparison is made between two different things in an interesting way using the words like, as, so. Simile examples can be found from poems to everyday conversation and also in song lyrics.
Yes. So the simile in the figures of speech is an important part of figures of speech. So in simile, what is done? There is a direct comparison made between two objects. So taking the example of, I'm taking one such example. If I'm saying that she is as beautiful as a rose, so I'm making a direct comparison that she is as beautiful as a rose. So whenever the words like, as, and so are coming in the sentence, they are called as simile. So I am saying that the man is fighting like a lion in the battle. So the man is fighting like a lion. He is not fighting. He just fighting like a lion. So whenever there is a direct comparison made between two objects with the words like, as, and so, it is a simile. And simile is always found in conversations and in song lyrics, and also we can found in most part in the poem. So poem is the main part of simile. Now what are the examples of simile? In the first picture, as so as a snail. So you can see as is there, so it comes in simile. Second, as easy as ABC. As is also there. Third, as sharp as a razor. So direct comparison is made between that sharp and a razor. So that is simile. Other sentences are what? Busy as a bee. So you can say she was as busy as a bee. So there is a direct comparison in the second part. Sparkle like diamond. So it was sparkling like a diamond. So that comes in simile. Third, hungry as a beaver, flat as a pancake, and last one is hard as a rock. So you can see in all the sentences there are words like, as, and so, and the direct comparison is made between two objects. So it will come in simile figures of speech. Now coming to the next part, metaphor. Now second figures of speech is metaphor. Who is going to read? Yes, yes, Tejaswi, read metaphor. Students, am I
Met-
audible?
yes.
Yes, read metaphor.
Metaphor is a figure of speech where indirect comparison is done between the objects. There is no use of words like as, so, like. They are used in poetry, literature, and anytime someone wants to add some color to the language.
Yes. So what is metaphor? It is just opposite to the simile. So whenever the words like, as, and so are not there in the sentence, it comes in metaphor. And in metaphor, there is indirect comparison made between objects. So it always comes in metaphor. And metaphor is also used in poetry, literature content, and it gives some color to the language whenever the metaphor's figure of speech is used in the content. So metaphor is figures of speech where indirect comparison is made between objects, and like and so are not used in the sentences. Now in the first sentence, sun was gleaming pearl. Now the first sentence what tells that the sun was a gleaming pearl. So it is a direct metaphor because there are no words like, as, and so. If I will tell that if there is a simile, then how I will write in simile part, the sun was gleaming like a pearl. So it will come in simile. But in metaphor, the sun was a gleaming pearl. So it is the original form. Now the second part. My baby brother is a cute little teddy bear. So my baby brother is a cute little teddy bear. Here also there are no words like, as, in so. Third sentence. My sister's memory is a camera that remembers everything we see. Fourth, the car seat is a fluffy cloud. Here also you can see the car seat is a fluffy cloud. So it is there. But if I say the car seat is like a fluffy cloud, so it will come in simile. But in metaphor, it is always be without the words like and so. Fifth, custard is happiness in a bowl. So here also this is a metaphor sentences. Now coming to the next part. Personification. Yes, Poonam, read about personification. So what the third figures of speech is personification. So personification is what whenever there are non-living objects, like if we take that the table. So table is a non-living object, and if I say that the table is laughing, so tell me, does the table laugh? No, right? Yes, students, are you here? Are you there?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. So whenever I'm saying that the table is laughing, but in actual part, the table is not ever laughing. So the table, that is a non-living object, is given some human quality of laughing. So humans laugh. We table and non-living object don't laugh. So whenever the figures of speech, when the non-living object are given human quality of being personified, it is called as personification. And the qualities are of emotions, desire, sensation, gestures, and speech. It can be anything human quality, like sadness it can be laughing part, or grief is there, sorrowness is there. The quality of human being which is there are given to the non-living object that comes in personification figures of speech. Now coming to the examples. First sentence. The sun is smiling at us. Now you can see the sun doesn't smile, but it is given a human quality of being smiling. Second, the streets are calling me. So calling is a human quality. So the streets are calling me. The streets don't call human beings. The streets don't call, but streets are given human quality of being called. The personification next sentences. More examples. First, the car danced across the icy road. So the car don't dance, but there is human quality given. Second sentence, the angry clouds march across the sky. Third, the stars in the clear night sky winked at me. Fourth, the tulips nodded their heads in the breeze. So you can see in this fourth sentence, dance is the human quality given to the car, clouds are given human quality of being angry, and the stars are given human quality of being looking, that is winked. And the fourth, the tulip is being given human quality of being nodded in the breeze. So this is a human quality, that is personification given to the non-living object. Now coming to the next part. Yes, Anisha, read alliteration.
Alliteration. Alliteration is a figure of speech in which a series of words, usually two or more neighboring words, have the same consonant sound. The sounds created by alliteration establish a certain mood, emotion, rhythm in text.
Yes. So now the next figures of speech is alliteration. So what is alliteration? Whenever the first word of the sentence it is repeated, so it comes in alliteration. Now the alliteration is also giving some emotion, mood, and rhythm in the poem or text. So alliteration is also important figures of speech in the content. In the first sentence, I just told you to read that third sentence. That was a example of alliteration sentence. So what is alliteration? The first alphabet is repeated in the next in the sentence part that comes in alliteration. So what are the examples? First, monkeys make major messes. Now you can see in the all the sentences, all the alphabets are repeated. That is M. So that is alliteration. Second, Natalia nibbled noodles noisily. So N is repeated in whole sentences. Third, Sammy sipped a strawberry slurpee. S is repeated. That is a consonant sound that is comes in alliteration. Fourth, Paula planted the petunias in the pot. P is repeated. Next, Larry's lizard likes sleeping. L is repeated. That is a consonant sound. Then next, Kludzi kangaroos kick kites. K is repeated. Exotic elephants eat egg rolls. So E is repeated. So now you can see in whole the sentences, every alphabet is repeatedly repeating again and again in the sentences. So whenever the consonant sound is repeated, that comes in alliteration. Now coming to the next part. Yes, Darshana, read repetition.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Repetition. Words are repeated in a
You have to
sentence.
read that first part. Repetition is a
First,
figures of speech. That one.
okay. Repetition is a figure of speech which repeats the same word or phrases to make idea clear and enjoyable. Repeating the same words or phrase in a literary work of poetry or prose can bring clarity to an idea and make it memorable for the reader.
Yes. So what is thank you. So what is repetition? Repetition is the repetition of words happening in the sentences. So this is also a figures of speech that comes in poetry or prose, and it makes the content very enjoyable and interesting to the readers. If I say I go to the market and come again from market, so the market word is repeated in the sentence. So it comes in repetition. So whenever the figures of speech where the one word is repeated two times or more than that, that comes in repetition figures of speech. Now you can see what are the examples of repetition. First, I will read. Words are repeated in a sentence for pleasing or musical effect. The figures of speech is repetition. Now, the repetition is also provides some musical effect to the poem or any content. So that is a repetition form of figures of speech. What are the examples? First sentence. Yes, Suraj, read the first sentence.
Small,
Yes,
small moons of light.
yes. So you can see the first sentence, the word small is repeated two times. So that is a repetition form. Second, I want to sow many small, small moons of light. So you can see in the second sentence also, the word small is repeated two times. So that is a repetition. Third, yes, Poonam, read third sentence. Yes. So you can see here also a word here is repeated two times. Nidhi, read the fourth sentence. Yes, Nidhi. Insha, read fourth sentence.
And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise.
Okay. So you can see here the word two is repeated again and again. So this is a figures of speech where the one word is repeated one, two or more times. That is a figures of speech which is repetition. Now coming to the next part. Now tell me, in the surrounding area, what type of sound you can hear? What type of sound? Any sound you can tell me that you can hear? Yes, students? Yes, okay. So peeping Tom. So the this type of sound in the figures of speech is called as onomatopoeia. So this is a figures of speech where only sound content is important. So what is the figures of speech? This is a figure of speech in which words evoke the actual sound of the things they refer to or describe. The boom of a firework exploding, the tick-tock of a clock, and the ding-dong of a bell are all examples of onomatopoeia. It creates a sound effect that makes more expressive and interesting. So onomatopoeia always content of some sound system. That is a boom of a firework. That is also sound. The tick-tock of a clock, the ding-dong of a bell are all type of sound. That is onomatopoeia. So now what are the examples of onomatopoeia? The flood water gushed through the town. So gushed is a sound. The owl hooted in the tree. Hooted is also done a sound by the owl. That is a onomatopoeia example. At night, the wind was howling in the darkness. Howling is coming in sound system, that is onomatopoeia. Fourth, my teeth chattered as I stood in the snow. Then next, the corn went pop in the microwave. The leaves crunch under my feet as I walk through the woods. The car horn beeped loudly. So you can see all the words that are having some sound system made by some living thing or non-living thing always comes in onomatopoeia. So this is an example of onomatopoeia. Now you have to just see the video of figures of speech. A very good day to you, young learners. Today, we will be learning about a kind of phrase that differs slightly from the ordinary manner in which we use phrases in sentences in English language. These phrases used commonly as poetic and literary devices are called figures of speech. Figures of speech takes language beyond the literal sense. It is often used in both prose and poetry for different purposes. The author or poet may use phrases as poetic or literary devices for emphasis, expression of expression, make the speech or statement more unique or distinctive. Figures of speech are not just used by writers or poets. Often, these phrases are used by us when we converse with others. When someone says, the leaves were dancing in the she is as light as a feather, they are in fact using figures of speech. Figures of speech can thus make the meaning of something strong and clear. There are numerous figures of speech and poetry, but we shall look at five of the most common ones. The first figure of speech we will be learning about is simile. A simile shows likeness or direct comparison of objects or events. A simile generally uses like, as or, as, so. For example, he fought like a lion in the battle. Then bravery of the warrior directly compared to that of a lion with the word like. She was pretty as a picture. Here, beauty of the lady is directly compared to that of a portrait or picture. Next, we move on to metaphor. This is another common figure of speech used for comparison. It is similar to a simile, but in the case of metaphor, words such as like, as, or so are not used. Therefore, there is an implied or indirect comparison between the two. Metaphor is also known as an implied simile. Let's consider a few examples to understand this figure of speech. He was a lion in the battlefield. This sentence, instead of saying fought like a lion in the battlefield, the warrior is indirectly compared to the lion without using the word like, such, as, or so. Variety is the spice of life. This example, variety is indirectly compared to the spice of life without the use of like, such, as, and so. The next figure of speech is related more to the sound of syllables. Sentence alliteration is words that begin with the same letter. Alliteration consists of the repetition of the sound of a letter at the beginning of two or more words for a better poetic effect. Read the examples given on the screen. And how the silence surged softly backward. As you will know, words silence surged softly all begin with letter S. Similarly, in the next example, she sells shells off the store. Almost all the words in this sentence begin with the letter S, and the sound of this letter repeated multiple times at the beginning of words in a line or music text. A friend, friend, all my well for a friend. In the first example, the word friend has been repeated thrice in the same line and therefore is an example of repetition. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. Here in this line, the word star repeated twice in the same line. The last figure of speech we will be learning about is personification. To understand this figure of speech, let's read the two examples given on the screen. The winds howl, the branches moan to welcome us. Read out the two sentences. In the first example, wind is a non-living thing is given the quality of howling. This quality is given to show that the wind is blowing strongly. Similarly, the second example, the branches which are non-living are given the human quality of going down. Since non-living things such as wind and branches are given qualities of howling and going down, they are personified or treated as a person. Hence, sentences become an example of personification. You have now learned the five most common figures of speech as poetic and literary devices: simile, metaphor, alliteration, depiction, personification. You can now read the sentences given in the exercise and identify the figures of speech. 9. Did you watch the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now coming to the sentence part. Yes. The first sentence. The man fights like a lion in the battlefield. What will be the figures of speech in the first sentence?
Simile,
Yes, right. Second. The rustling leaves kept me away.
Onomatopoeia.
Yes, second. What? What will the answer? I can't hear
Onomatopoeia.
you. No, it will come this personification because leaves are given a human quality of rustling. Okay.
Okay.
Third one. The trees swayed shyly in the summer breeze. Yes. Fourth. Small, small moons of light.
Repetition.
Yes, right. Fifth. The streets are calling me.
Personification.
Yes, right. So write down the homework. You have to write 5 examples of figures of speech from any poem. Thank you so much.